This is the Dodgers POSTCAST. Your instant game reaction for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, hello and welcome. It's the Locked On Dodgers POSTCAST on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel, the place to hang out when every game is done. We appreciate you allowing us to be your source for your team every day. Although after that series, I feel like Dodger fans are a little bit disgusted and dismayed as to what the heck happened there. I am Pete Fox, covering sports in LA dating back to 2007 for ESPN LA and NBC Sports Radio. Tonight's episode of the Locked On Dodgers POSTCAST is brought to you by FanDuel. Right now, new customers get $200 in bonus bets when your first $5 bet is a winner. Well, the day started off kind of like we talked about last night. They released Chris Taylor. They added a pitcher because Kirby Yates went on the IL. The pitcher is not somebody I'm super familiar with. His name is Lee Trevino. Also played golf a long time ago. Sorry, Lou Trevino, former Giant. Yuck. But anyway, did okay today. 2 innings, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk, the rest 0. So welcome to the Dodgers. Thank you for trying to right the ship and keep us alive in this series, give us an opportunity to win, which just didn't happen. 6-4 the final as the Angels sweep the Dodgers. 3 things I come away from this series with. Again, don't understand how the Angels hypnotized the Dodgers offense. It just absolutely shut them down. Not completely. Obviously, they didn't shut them out. You know, the Dodgers scored, 9 yesterday. Should be enough to win a game, but the bullpen just couldn't take care of business. They lost yesterday 11-9 and today 6-4 after Will Smith hit a 3-run shot to tie the game. But it's just, you know, every time they get in this series anyway, when they got close, they turn right around and give it right back up again.
This is what you'll be talking about.
The Angels swept the Dodgers. Like I said last night, you know, everyone is surprised by this. Angel fans, Dodger fans, analysts, players, everyone. They're like, what? The players would never say it, but I'm sure the Dodgers are like, how the heck did we get swept by the Angels? The Angels are like, how the heck do we sweep the Dodgers? Right? That's what's going on right now at Dodger Stadium. Angel fans are walking out there with this sheepish grin on their face. Like, how the hell did we do that? Why can't we do that more often? Watch, more than likely the Angels will go on to their next series and look like ass. They're going to play the A's and probably get swept. Mark my words, after the Angels played like this, where Angel fans are like, yeah, look at us, sweeping the Dodgers, they're going to go lay an egg against the A's. Guaranteed. And the Dodgers are probably going to sweep the Diamondbacks. It makes absolutely no sense to me. It makes no sense to anybody. 22 runs on homers for this series for the Angels. Really? The Dodger bullpen is not that bad. They're not that great, but they're middle of the pack, right? They're 3.5 ERA, and they're giving up home runs left, right. Travis d'Arnaud? Seriously?
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
Yeah, former Dodger journeyman Travis d'Arnaud, catcher, hits a game-winning home run in the 8th inning after Will Smith a home run to tie it. 401 feet, like off of Anthony Bonda, he hasn't been great, I guess, but not that bad, giving up home runs like crazy. He's got an ERA of 4.3 after today's outing. So I think what it boils down to, again, this is the problem that we've discussed frequently, that is starting to rear its ugly head more and more and more. Over usage of the bullpen. And, you know, the Dodger method has been get 5 from the starter if we're lucky, 6 if we're feeling good, and then it's 1, 1, 1 and done. But no, today 4 from Gonsolin and 97 pitches. He wasn't really that good. He gave up 4 runs, walked 5. which is, I guess, only surprising because he started this season, his first 3-4 outings. What was it, 3-4? I don't know exactly how many. He came into this game with a 2-0 record, I believe. And yeah, so this was his fourth outing. They beat the Diamondbacks 8-1. He lost to the Marlins 5-4-10, and he had that 12-7 win on that Wednesday afternoon game that my daughter and I were lucky enough to attend against the Marlins, 12-7 there. So he's pitched well. He really has. And today just didn't have it, mainly because the Angels roughed him up early. And the Angels did that in all three games of this series, roughing up the Dodgers early, putting them on their heels right away. And that's probably the most, other than the 22 runs on home runs in this series, that's the most mind-boggling part of this series, that the Angels came out throwing haymakers to start the game. The Dodgers gave up a home run. Taylor Ward, Indio, California, Rancho Mirage High School, made it 3-0. Dodgers hit the ball hard early, but nothing to show for it. Gonsolin, too many pitchers. The Dodgers offense flat through 4 innings, 2 hits, just 2 hits. And I've come up with a new nickname for Shohei Ohtani. How come we haven't been calling him Showtani? Right? Just easier to say, easier to write. Showtani. That's what he is from now on. He was the only good thing about the Dodgers today, really, honestly.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
Sorry, that's not fair to Will Smith. He did hit the game-tying 3-run home run. So Will Smith, honorable mention today as far as player of the game, or co-players of the game. Showtani, 3 hits, including legging one out late in the game, which was big. They needed that. Tied at 4. I sent a text to my buddy. We were texting back and forth about other stuff, golf stuff. And I was like, mark my words, the Dodgers are going to win this game. Because I figured they have to get to that crappy bullpen at least once in this series. Worst bullpen in the league. And then they got Sean Anderson pitching 2 2/3 to save the game. The Dodgers just whimper away with their tail between the legs. Mind-boggling. Court the Crusader says, interesting how Angel bats get hot at Dodger Stadium when their bats were cold coming into the series. Yeah, then look, there is an element of little brother, redheaded stepchild, whatever, analogy you want to use. And maybe we can't say redheaded stepchild anymore. I don't know. But there is an element to that. The Dodgers are the big boy in LA. Let's be honest. And the Angels have not been to the playoffs in, what is it, 15 years? I don't remember. I was there. They got spanked by the Royals. I just know that they haven't been to the playoffs in a long time, and Mike Trout has never won a playoff game. Yes, Mike Trout is still on this team, by the way. So when you think about that element, it's not necessarily a rivalry, because the Angels last won a World Series in 2002. So it's not really a rivalry, just kind of like Clippers and Lakers. It's not really a rivalry, but there is something to get up for when the little brother plays the big brother. And that's when the Clippers play the Lakers, when the Ducks play the Kings, when the Angels play the Dodgers, when the Chargers play the Rams. There's always something to get up for. And Angels clearly used that as motivation in this series and got up for this series and played like out of their minds, to where Angel fans come away from this series probably going, okay, all right, we got something going now. Not so fast. I just don't think it's going to continue. Shanawell, 1 for 3 today. Neto, 2 for 4. Moncada, 1 for 4. Taylor Ward, the home run. Soler had an awful series. Travis d'Arnaud, 2 hits, including the home run. Lugo, a hit. Rengifo and Paris at the bottom of the lineup, 0 for. But Shohei Ohtani with 3 hits. Mookie Betts, 0 for. 1 hit in the whole series for Mookie. He's definitely struggling again. Freddie, 1 for 4 today. The average at 371. Pajes, 0 for. Tommy Edman made his return, 0 for. Incidentally, I don't know if you caught it. As we said yesterday, Chris Taylor would get more than likely get optioned or released, and that's what happened. He was released. So thank you to Chris Taylor, the longest tenured Dodger, after Austin Barnes was released, DFA'd, whatever. So that made room for Tommy Edman to return and for Lou Trevino, because they put Kirby Yates on the IL after yesterday's performance. So a little stay of execution for James Outman as well. Did not get to play today. Kike over. The highlight of this game for me, two highlights, both from Kike Hernandez, and we'll get to that right after the break. It's the Locked On Dodgers postcast on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel. Today's episode of the Locked On Dodgers postcast brought to you by Wonderful Pistachios. If you're looking for a snack that's both delicious and nutritious, crack into a good source of protein with Wonderful Pistachios. Wonderful Pistachios is one of the highest protein nuts. Each 1 ounce serving has 6 grams of protein, giving you over 10% of your daily value. Plus, they've packed it with fiber, or they haven't packed it with fiber. It just naturally comes that way, packed with fiber. Better for you unsaturated fats to help keep you feeling fuller longer. I personally prefer the ones inside of the nut. You crack them, I like the process, but the ones that are already shelled, a lot easier to get to, and you can keep the little packages. They're very convenient. Throw them in your backpack or your purse or whatever. If you need a snack when you're at work, they're perfect for that. So get snacking and get cracking with the snack that packs a protein punch. Visit wonderfulpistachios.com. Today's episode also brought to you by FanDuel. The NBA playoffs are in full swing, and every night delivers highlight-worthy performances, major momentum shifts, and can't miss moments. Whether it's a game-winning shot or a breakout player, there's never been a better time to get in on the action. FanDuel makes it easy to stay in the game before tip-off and during the game with live betting, player props, performance trends, and same-game parlays. Fans have more ways than ever to win big. So if you're new to FanDuel, now's the perfect time to get in on the action. Head over to FanDuel.com, place your first $5 bet. If it wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets. Make every moment more with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. Dodgers swept by the Halos at the Dodger Stadium. I almost said at the Big A. At the Ravine, as the Dodgers fall today 6-4. Two highlights, two memorable moments in this game for me. Both involved Kike Hernandez. First, on a foul ball down the third base line. Kike was playing third today. Leaped into that net. I've never seen anyone do that before. And that would have been epic, forever in our memory banks. A highlight that we would see for the rest of time if he made that catch, because he jumped over the wall just right into the net. If he'd have made that catch, that would have been fantastic. I mean, that shows you the aggressive mentality that Kike brings to every baseball game that he is in. And then in the fifth inning, Ohtani and RBI single to right, scoring Kike, which finally got the Dodgers on the board. In order to get it done, Kike had to run through a stop sign from Dino Ebel at third base. We saw this a couple of times last year where Dino is extremely conservative. There was 2 outs. What is he thinking holding Kike up? So God bless Kike Hernandez for running through the stop sign. That was beautiful. I mean, I wish it would have turned into a win, but it didn't. He ran through the stop sign. The Dodgers were completely lifeless at that point, and they got a little bit of momentum again, tied the game at 4 on a Will Smith homer later, not in that inning, but you really, you're going to throw up a stop sign first and third with 2 outs and your offense is completely asleep? That's just ridiculous. Come on, Dino, you're better than that. So I was happy to see that Kike ran through the stop sign and scored the run, which wasn't even close. So, and even if he got thrown out, I mean, you know, the rule in baseball is you never make the first or third out at third base. Home, it's fine, right? It's fine. So, that for me was the highlight. But Will Smith's home run broke a 2-for-10 drought with men on for the Dodgers. It was just, and it wasn't a blast or anything. It was, you know, kind of like a lazy fly ball that would have been an out in many ballparks, 382 feet. But yeah, that tied it. And then the Angels came right back. Travis d'Arnaud, the hero of the game for the Halos, to win it 6-4, because they added another insurance run on a double play in the 9th inning. So I'm head scratching at this one. Bonda takes the loss. Kikuchi was good for the Angels. You know, his first win as a Halo. Actually, no, he didn't get the win, did he? No, yeah, Anderson got the win because the game was tied. But he pitched well. One run on 3 hits, 7 Ks, walked 4. We knew that he was going to walk a lot. Coming in, he had like 22 walks on the season, but that's his first win in an Angel uniform. Brooke Burke pitched well. Oh, sorry, Brock Burke. Brooke Burke's the model. Sorry. Unfortunate name for him. He was okay. 2/3 of an inning. Not great. Gave up 2 runs on 1 hit, and then Anderson 1 run on 1 hit. Did strike out 3, got the win. So all in all, the Dodgers, I think they have to find some length at the top of the rotation. That's a big thing for them right now. This bullpen is tired, and it's not going to, it's May still. We got a long way to go. They got to figure out how to get some length and how to get that bullpen a rest. And again, we're not surprised. I mean, at least I'm not. We've been saying this for a few weeks now. This bullpen they're the most utilized bullpen in all of baseball. It's going to be a problem. Yes, they're not going to be able to do this all season. So it has to be, it probably keeps Dave Roberts up at night, right? Doc's got to wake up every now and then going, how do I get this bullpen into October? I don't know. And that's why he gets paid big money, because he'll figure out a way. Trust me. But right now you're looking at it going, ouch, this sucks. This doesn't look good. This doesn't look promising. We got problems. And then we see that they put Snell on the 60-day IL, so he's nowhere near coming back. Dustin May has been, Clayton Kershaw. I don't know if there's anything there. Probably not. I know how you guys feel about that. So, aside from Yamamoto, what do we got? Really, Roki Sasaki, an impingement, which is like bursitis. It's not that big of a deal. He'll be back sooner before later. The starting rotation for the Dodgers is big question mark hanging over its head, and the bullpen also. And then, you couple that with the offense being just fairly lackluster. It doesn't normally work that way for them. It's one or the other. The bullpen is shaky. The offense is there and the bullpen can't hold it, or the bullpen can, the offense is not there. But today and yesterday, yesterday the offense was fine. They did plenty to win that game. But game 1 of the series, the offense wasn't there. As one of our viewers put in the comments, the refractory period after playing on a Thursday and scoring 19 runs was definitely something that hung over their head. So no rest for the weary. Right back to work tomorrow. Fortunately, it's at the Ravine in LA, and they won't be traveling. Dodgers Z Showtime fans, Dave Roberts is overrated as a manager, given all the talent, just to get swept by the trash Angels. We can go into that for a whole nother show. I agree to disagree that he's overrated. Dave Roberts has more World Series than a lot of managers. And you can say the 2020 World Series is fake, but hey, the hardware is there. And that's the bottom line. Last year was a World Series that Dave Roberts won because he managed his ass off. And that is worth credibility all by itself, because there are plenty of managers that have been around this game for a long time and have no hardware to show for it. So give the guy some credit for earning the trophy last year. Forget about 2020. Last year, he won a World Series. And if he retired the next day, he would still be one of the best managers of all time for the Dodgers. And so there's that. But I'm not saying he's the greatest manager of all time either. I am saying he's not overrated is what I am saying. He's rated. Let's leave it at that. He is rated. That's going to do it for me today. The Locked On Dodgers postcast. Let's just get out of here and turn the page on to another day. Tomorrow, Diamondbacks come to Dodger Stadium for I think it's a 3-game set. Starts tomorrow at 7:10. On the mound for the boys in blue, Landon Knack against Brandon Pfaadt. Pitched well against them last time in Arizona, in Phoenix. So they will have their hands full. 3-game set ending on Wednesday. They will have a day off on Thursday before they head out on the road to face the Mets. So we got Knack, we got Yamamoto, and Dustin May in this series. We'll talk tomorrow right after game 1 is in the books. I'm Pete Fox. It's the Locked On Dodgers postcast. Don't forget to check out Jeff and Vince a little bit later today. If not today, first thing tomorrow with the Locked On Daily Dodgers postcast. They bring it to you Monday through Friday. Take care. Have a good night. We'll talk.